First opened in the millennium year of 2000. There's a look at Comerica Park here in Detroit. Anibal Sanchez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, his last 3 outings have been, I'd say, inconsistent. They haven't been good. His ERA is over 4, just giving up too many runs. And when you give up that many runs, you're not going to win games.
First of 3 to start the week as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Harold, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, you start a new series coming off a sweep in the other one. You're feeling good right now. The confidence is high. The guys are excited. Talking to them before the game, batting practice seemed upbeat. They had the music popping, and they were loose, ready to go. So I look for this streak maybe to run for a while.
The 1-2 pitch. Shoots this one over to first. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, he hammered that curveball right past the first baseman, diving on that ball, by the way. Great effort, but that ball just hit too hard to catch.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. And a dive, but he's back in. From the belt, the pitch. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-2 now from Sanchez. Pitch is way outside, and that's straight to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. A runner in scoring position with none out. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. Here's Manny Machado now. He's, of course, a long ball threat, currently third in the American League in that category.
Machado.
Drilled right back up the middle. And a base hit as the run is in to score, and the Orioles have a 1-0 lead.
Well, Matt, you want to get off to a good start? Right here they did. First inning, RBI single, first game of the series. This is a message, and maybe it's been sent.
First things first, here's a throw over. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. First pitch coming now from Sanchez. Chris Davis is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
He might have been setting him up with that high fastball to change his eye level. Now he's got him set up. Maybe he'll go down the zone.
The 0-1 pitch. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 called. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
And this one gets away. And he'll make it in easily at second, as I'd imagine that'll be scored a passed ball.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate pass ball, and you can bet the catcher is kicking himself about it right now. With the runner advancing to second, the double play is off the table. Might come back to haunt him.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Batting fifth.
At the plate, Evan Gattis. Power is a big part of his game, of course, entering the contest 5th in the American League home run race. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Has a look, now the pitch. 2-0.
Well, he's got to know by now. He's not going to challenge me. He's got to start looking on the corners. Maybe he'll get something to drive. But other than that, you're probably taking your base.
And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good. Now to the plate, Tom Noonan, hitting a little over 250 coming into action in this one. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Matt, this is how you want to start a game. First inning, you already jump on them early. You get one run in, and now you have two other runners on base. You come up with a big hit here, you can really make a big dent right here in this game in the first inning.
And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
And a check swing here. They'll point down to the third base umpire, but no swing on that one. It's ball one. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base. And after a good start to the inning, Odrisamer Despaigne gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, he pitched into the 5th inning last outing. I think we've got to get more. I want to see more of this game. If he's able to go deeper, keep his team in it, and maybe walk away with the win. That's what I'm looking for in this game.
Harold, one of your former uniforms, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out. Matt,
we're running into a team that's really struggling right now. They had 1 win on the last homestand, and now they find themselves on the road right here playing game 1. I think they have to win this game. You don't say it very often, but this is almost like a must-win. They've been playing so poor lately.
And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, like everyone else, I can't wait to see what Miguel Cabrera has in store. He's hit 5 home runs in his last 10 games, so he's got to be oozing with confidence right now. He's the guy in that lineup that these pitchers have to hold down if they're going to even try to be successful.
And Upton won't chase that one. It's 1-2. Now the pitch. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and the next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Justin Upton becomes the second out of the bottom of the first. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. 2 out, nobody on. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. At the plate, Jimmy Vera, and a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. Line to the right side. Martinez is there, 1 away.
Let's take a look at the Tigers defense. Brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking down there at Miguel Cabrera. Can you believe this guy was a shortstop when he broke in? Year-old playing shortstop for the Marlins. He's moved around the diamond now, playing on the corners a lot. Such a great hitter. He's one of the best hitters in the game. That's why you want him in the game. But he doesn't hurt you on the defensive side either.
And that swung on and missed on a pitch down, 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Here's the pitch. And he pops him up back behind second base. And Kinsler will settle under this one for out number 2.
Batting ninth, center fielder.
Stepping in, Kevin Toney. And he is proving to be something of a non-threat with a bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. The windup and the 0-1. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Now at the plate, J.D. Martinez. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
1-2.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Fly ball out to right field. Vera is there to put it away for out number 1.
Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment of the Orioles. And at third base, Manny Machado. You talk about highlight reels. How about the throws he makes as he's going away from first base into the outfield? He's got such a great arm and great hands, too.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. And now a pitch on the way. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
3-0 now. Now here's the pitch. Curveball, and he'll watch it all the way. 3-1. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. He's got it. Throw on to first takes care of Kinsler here for out number 2.
Batting 6.
Now at the plate, Alfred Broussard. He begins play in this one with his batting average over the .310 plateau. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Tony. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. They trail this one. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Number 44. Switch hitter batting left here. Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. Here it comes. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and that evens the count at 1-1. Sanchez readying the 1-1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball 2. And now a pitch on the way. And it misses. 3-1 now.
3-1. This guy, whew, he's a good hitter. This is the kind of count gets him excited.
Lifted in the air out to right. Martinez has a read on it. Makes the play. 1 away.
The shortstop, number 6.
So with 1 away, let's take a look at the Orioles' upcoming schedule here to see what's coming up the next 7 days here on MLB The Show. Ready for another chance? Jonathan Scope. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy. Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs trying to get it right by him.
And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Man, that's a nice at bat. Found himself down 0-2, and he just continues to fight. Fought off pitches, gets a 2-2 count, and gets a base hit.
Into the box, Manny Machado. A base hit in his first trip. Liner toward right center, and that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
It sounds so cliche-ish. He stayed inside the baseball, but that's a ball in on him, and he just shot it the other way for the base hit.
Here's Chris Davis now as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 0-1 pitch. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. Three-run home run down the line in right. Number 14 on the season as the O's have extended their lead now 4-0.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
The left fielder,
Evan Gattis now standing in as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The average is at .308 entering play. 10 home runs and 14 driven in. And he misses with it. 1-1. 3 runs already home here. And that's on the outside corner. 1-2. And that misses. 2-2.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
In now, Tom Noonan. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Line towards center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. But the Orioles push across 3 on the strength of a 3-run home run. We played 2.5. It's now 4-0.
Leading off for the Tigers, the third baseman, number 30, Nick Castellanos.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Hard hit ball to second. He's right there. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. And with that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. Here's Cameron Maybin now. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. In there, no balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Throw on to first takes care of Maybin, and there are 2 away. Stepping into the box, Brian Holiday. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
Tell you what, Matt, not much to do with those pitches. I know he's looking at 2 strikes now, but the first one was on the outside half. The other one ended up on the outside half with 2 different looks. What can he do? Nothing much with that one.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
1-2 pitch is a curveball that misses 2-2.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of recognizing it and holding back at the plate.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. This one's down to third. Machado has it. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. Now at the plate, Jimmy Vera. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Jimmy Vera.
Now a ball softly hit and fouled off to the left, strike 1.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill. Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that. Well, when you're behind 0-2 as a hitter, you're in swing mode. Nothing changes that like seeing something hard bearing in on you, though.
Therefore, it is Martinez, and that's the first out.
Up next for the Orioles, catcher.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jeff Mathis comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Grounded back up the middle, and stretching for it is Kinsler, but it's out of reach. A base hit.
Well, another hit. You talk about a pitcher who threw well and got a win in his last start. Total opposite right here. He hasn't thrown the ball very well. They've been hitting him pretty good, and at the moment, he stands to be the guy that's going to get the loss.
Into the box now, Kevin Toney, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Comes set with the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Now a flare out toward right center. Kinsler ranging into shallow right. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Swinging a soft liner. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 8.
Here's Justin Upton now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Looks at a 2-seamer right down the middle.
Here we are in the middle of the game, and he's 90% on the first pitch strike, throwing strikes. 90%. Forget about it. You do that, you got no chance of hitting this guy.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it. That's an impressive swing on a tough pitch. A sinker from a right-handed pitcher going into the right-handed batter, and he's able to get the bat head out and hit it in the left field. That was really cool.
The first baseman, Miguel Cabrera, stands in as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Comes set and the 0-1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. Trying to get Cabrera to chase there, but it's 1-2.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Comerica Park right after this. Here's Jonathan Scope now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Now the Tigers have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The windup and the 0-1. And this is fouled straight back. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. On the move is Martinez. Uh-oh, he whiffs on it. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. Kyle Ryan is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out.
Now pitching for the
Manny
Tigers,
Machado will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with the runner in scoring position and still nobody out. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
He comes to the plate with the runner in scoring position. He swung at that first pitch early, kind of ambushed him. I don't think the pitcher expected him to swing that first pitch.
And it looks like a right-hander's got enough to throw in the Tiger bullpen. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Martinez is after it. He's there and records the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
the left fielder, number 11.
Evan Gattis now standing in. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Runner back standing. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. After it is Upton. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Tom Noonan. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-1 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that'll get down for a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Well, he got jammed on that one right there, and he's just strong enough to muscle it into right field for the base hit. It's going to be a line drive tomorrow in the paper.
Stepping in now, Jimmy Vera, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Ready with the 0-1. Soft liner towards center and a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Well, that right there shows how strong he is. That ball got in on him, but he fought it off a little soft liner to fall in the outfield and scores the run from third base. That's a strong guy right there.
First pitch on its way. This one's flared toward left center. Here comes Upton. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So here's J.D. Martinez. Things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Right fielder, J.D. Martinez.
Into the windup and the pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. Vera is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Into the windup and the pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Well, that'll get your head shaking at the plate. That's a pitch he hasn't used much in this game. Now he throws that for a strike, and you add that to the rest of his repertoire. Man, it's tough to cover them all.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And a fastball just a bit high.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Alfred Broussard is in for the second time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0. Well, you see there on the graphic, the double is his 8th of the season so far. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Vera is there now, and he has it for the second out. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
That was a nice job to track that one down in the alley because it definitely saved the run from scoring. Instead, he's only able to move up to third.
Nick Castellanos will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. The 1-0 delivery. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
Hey, now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
The 2-1 on its way. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
2 outs, 2 strikes, and we're in the 5th inning, and he's got 1 pitch, I think, away from getting through 5 shutout innings. It's pretty impressive right now.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 6-1 game.
Now batting.
Here's Cameron Maybin now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. From the stretch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. The 0-2 home. Again, he sends it out of play. 1 run on 3 hits. 1 error for the Tigers thus far. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. From the belt, the pitch. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. 3-2 now.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And Machado will make the catch here, and that ends the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We're through 5 here. Digging in once again, Kevin Tony. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Now here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 6th.
Now
Digging in to try it again. Number 44. He'll hit from the right side of the batter's box against the left-handed pitcher. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, there's a couple of ways to look at this. It never looks good to hit a man when your team is getting shelled. Seems a little suspicious. Then again, sooner or later, you've got to reclaim the inside part of the plate, or things can get even worse.
Into the box, Jonathan Scope. And that's in there, base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Number 13.
Here's Manny Machado now. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Takes this the other way to right. And this scoots under his glove. Oh, what a time for that. 1 run is scored.
Well, if anybody was wondering why they're losing, there's the reason. When you're given a chance to make a big play, you've got to make it, or you're going to be on the wrong end of games more often than not.
First pitch of the at-bat. Chris Davis is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0.
Man, I tell you what, if I had a timeout and I went out there to talk to him, I'd say, look, we just got to minimize the damage. Bases loaded, no outs. We don't want them to blow the inning totally open.
That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Tight spot. Bases loaded, nobody out. And this is fouled at the plate. Has a look, now the pitch. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to get him off the plate. At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2. Bases loaded here, nobody out. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Hard hit at third. And he tries to get to the backhand, but it gets on by. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as well.
Well, that was just a good pitch. He was able to fight it off and drop it in to pick up 2 runs right there. Nice job of fighting the ball off and finding a hole.
Swing and a little tapper, but it's foul, strike 1.
Boy, they have just not pitched well at all in this game. I mean, anytime you give up double ditches, the pitching coach starts looking over his shoulders like, hey, it ain't my fault.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. 4 runs here in this half inning. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Another 1-2 delivery. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there. And it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Up next for the Orioles.
Digging in and looking
Right
for
fielder,
more, Jimmy Vera. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
One 0 count. Here it is. And I believe he broke the plane of the plate there. He most certainly did. It's a ball and a strike. From the stretch. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal, hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
Standing in now, Jeff Mathis, as he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And that misses. 1-1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Well, that's a true indicator. He's looking for a fastball in. He wanted to spin to win right there and knock one as far as he could. He got the off-speed pitch inside, and he pulled off of it.
Martinez on the move. Here he comes again. 1-2. High pop-up. Castellanos is there for it, and that retires the side. 9 men come to the plate. 4 score. Striding in, Brian Holiday. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Oh, this one bounces off the pitcher. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now.
The shortstop, number 1.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Vera has a long run, but he takes charge for out number 2. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Here's Justin Upton now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Swinging a ball hit on the ground.
Look, Matt, he's done a nice job getting those first 2 outs. I mean, look, this is a good hitting team. And now you got the 2-hitter coming to the middle of the order. but you can limit the damage by getting those first 2 outs. I think he's limited the damage so far this inning.
And there's ball 1. Here it comes. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. And another foul ball. He'll try again. 1-2. Bounced slowly back toward the mound. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. 7th inning coming up. It's the ready once again. Kevin Toney. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center, and that's in there. Base hit. The throw into second, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double. Ready for another chance. Number 44 batting from the right side with the southpaw on the mound. And now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. He's set, and the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. A runner at second, nobody out. Now here's a swing and a ground ball for Kinsler at second base. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Here's Jonathan Scope now. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. First pitch coming. Here it is. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And no advance. It's ball 1. Here it comes. 1-0. To short. Hit hard. Right to Iglesias. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead-off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Looking up is Upton. Out of here. A solo shot, and they add another. It's a solo home run off the bat of Manny Machado. Number 13 for him on the year as this lead got even wider.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Ready for another shot now. Chris Davis. He homered back in the 3rd inning in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Fastball in there for a called strike. And he lays off for ball 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. And the pitch on 2-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
This is one of those rare hitters counts we've seen in this game. They're just having a difficult time getting it going.
And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. And now pitch on the way. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Payoff pitch one more time. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Tony going back on it, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Here's the fourth hit of the game, and it's a good one. Puts a good swing on this thing, and it goes for a double. We'll see if they can build on it here.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. The high fastball is in there.
Well, that's a high fastball in the low 90s. That is a dangerous, dangerous pitch right there. He got away with one. The guy took the pitch. Maybe he's just measuring him up. I wouldn't come back with that again.
That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second is in to score.
Well, Matt, that ball wasn't hit very hard. 2 strikes. You're just trying to battle, put the ball in play, and he gets a bonus when you drive in the run as well. So I love that at bat.
Oh, and ouch, that one drilled him.
Well, that's called smelling a base hit right there. He beats out an infield single. Not everybody hustles out of the box, but he darn sure knew he better, and he did.
Alfred Broussard.
Alfred Broussard is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one.
Well, you know, giving up 3 straight hits is bad enough, but now it looks like he's starting to nibble a little bit. It's hard not to when you're getting hit, but you don't want to put yourself in bad counts.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit. Long throw to third. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Well, that ball right there, Matt, he hit it hard. We saw it. He smoked it to the outfield. This may be a sign pitcher's starting to get a little bit tired. He's starting to make some mistakes. He's leaving some balls over the plate.
Brian Mattis enters from the pen to begin the frame with a sizable lead with which to work. Nick Castellanos is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus and making some good pitches.
And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cameron Maybin. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
And Maybin comes up empty on that one, and it's 0-2 now. From the stretch. That misses. 1-2.
I like the pitch right there, Matt. Bases loaded. You got to look for that strikeout right there. That's a nasty pitch for the hitter to lay off of. I'd come back with it again.
Lays off. 2-2 now.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
And a swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded.
Ryan Holiday.
Brian Holiday is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. Now the 0-1. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. The 0-2 pitch. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a 2-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from 3rd. Oh, and it's off target, and he'll be safe at 3rd. And the 2nd run will score as well.
Well, we all know that errors happen, but not all errors are equal. That one was especially costly. As 2 runners cross the plate, those are game changers, no doubt about it.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. On the ground up the middle. Taken in by Scope. The second for one. On to Davis at first. It's a double play, and the side is retired. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. Angel Koo comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Here's a high pop-up. Castellanos is there for it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting.
Sometimes we use the phrase runs coming at a premium, but it's fair to say that none of us will be saying that tonight as we check out our line score. Neither pitching staff has really even showed up. Tom Noonan comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now here it comes. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. And no one will get this one. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. Here's another 1-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Now batting.
Stepping up now, Jimmy Vera. And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. Ready with the 1-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Ready on 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2. He's set. Here's the 3-2, and he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around. And coming to the plate now, Justin Upton. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Justin Upton.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball. 1-1. 1-1. Here it comes. Grounded to short. Scope has it. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Miguel Cabrera. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And a slider on the inside for strike 1. On a good curveball. Came back to catch the strike zone there, and it's 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Sliced hard on the ground. Scooped up. Throw on to first. He'll take care of Cabrera for the second out.
The right fielder.
Good range showing off into the hole right there. That's not an easy play, but these guys make it look that way sometimes.
Here's J.D. Martinez as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Liner towards second, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. So that plate appearance extends the inning for Ian Kinsler.
He's got to feel good about himself. A multi-hit game. He knows he's been struggling. We know he's been struggling. Maybe this is the start of good things to come.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit surprised to see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching okay, I do think you have to look at what he's given you and realize he's probably approaching the end of his rope pretty soon. Last thing you want is for things to start to unravel and not have a guy ready that you can turn to. He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at-bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
The 0-2 once more. And a neck-high fastball that time. A runner on first with 2 away. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. Tigers leave 1. A fitting shot there for the Motor City as we're set for action in the 9th inning of this one on the show. Striding in, Jeff Mathis. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Late that time for a strike. Here it comes on 1-1. A fastball right over the outside corner.
I like what I'm seeing right now. In, and then goes away. If you pound him in early, it opens up the outside half of the plate, and that's what he's doing right now.
1-2. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
In now, Kevin Toney pops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. And Kinsler will settle under this one for out number 2.
Now batting, number 44.
Digging in the switch hitter, number 44. He'll hit from the left side of the plate in this matchup. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a ball, 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Digging in, Alfred Broussard. Starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Too high. 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. This is flared out towards second, and this is taken for the out.
The third baseman, number 9.
Nick Castellanos now. He's 2 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball. The windup and the 0-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2.
That's a pretty good pitch right there. 2-strike changeup. I like the thought process, and he got it on the corner. I got to give the hitter some credit for fouling that one off.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. Here's Cameron Maben now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. takes a fastball on the inside corner. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Catcher, Ryan Holiday.
Into the box now, Brian Holiday. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. The 0-1 on its way. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. And with that, I can finally say the 4 words I've had on my mind for what seems like an eternity. This ball game is over. 12-5 is the final in this ball game. Odrisamer Despaigne notches his 3rd win of the year. Anibal Sanchez was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Ryan Mattis takes the rare 3-inning save, his 2nd. So that's a wrap here tonight. Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook.